All right, Nick. The Buffalo Bills, very hot team right now, and they are just millimeters away of making an incredible Super Bowl run this past season. There's a story out there floating around that the Bills may be looking for more firepower. You have more on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is according to Tim Graham over at the Athletic. According to Graham, the Buffalo Bills wanted to bring future Hall of Famer Rob Gronkowski back home a year ago, and there was nothing about his 2021 season that has diverted their interest. Word here at the NFL Scouting Combine is that if Gronkowski wants to keep playing, the Bills are still open to adding the Amherst, New York native to their offense. The Bills spoke with the surefire first ballot Pro Football Hall of Famer last spring, but discovered he wanted to keep playing with Tom Brady, who retired last month. There is hope at One Bills Drive that Gronkowski would be willing to finish his career in Western New York. So I've got a take on this, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on the other side. So teams that are in win now mode, we saw this with the Rams. They have to go after these veterans on these cheap 1-year deals. And they're not really looking for them to be the former superstars that they once were. You saw this with the Rams. They went and got Von Miller, who was a shadow of his former self, but could still make a couple plays, a couple key pass rushes here and there in critical moments of the game. Teams have done this for a while. Your team, the Baltimore Ravens, they did this with Anquan Bolden. Great success. This is a certain pattern that good teams do when they try and make big runs. And I think the Buffalo Bills are really smart here. They know that their Super Bowl run, their window is right now. The AFC is wide open. You saw the Bengals, kind of an average team, a little above average team, make a run throughout the postseason to the Super Bowl. This is the Buffalo Bills' chance, and I like moves like this. What do you think about it?
I think it's great. The one worry I have is if Tom Brady isn't on the field anymore to tell Gronk which routes to run, does he lose all football knowledge? I think this is something to consider. Also, you see the videos of Gronk with his brothers in these New York bars in a cast when he got hurt a few years ago, maybe like 5-7 years ago, and he's body slamming people in a bar. Does this New York attitude come back to Gronk when he comes back home? Does he start making crazier decisions in the limelight of his career? I don't think so. I think Gronk's a solid football player, and I think he's one of the best tight ends to ever do it. So I think it's probably a safe bet for them to get a couple extra, maybe a nice little playoff push with Gronk on the squad. And I think he'd be a good compliment. Dawson Knox seems like a really good tight end who has great chemistry with Josh Allen, because obviously they went to school together. That's a big theme nowadays, giving your quarterback someone he has great chemistry from college with. But I think the most important thing here is to give Dawson Knox one of a premier veteran talent at one time to learn from, to grow with, who maybe can teach him some of the tricks of the trade, being a great tight end. So I think that is the best fit for Buffalo here. Maybe he is a shell of his former self, but if he can give the team, the other tight ends in the tight end room, that veteran knowledge, that'd be huge.
So where I have to disagree with you is I think if he reverts back to his old ways, like in those bars, that's exactly what Buffalo wants. We've seen the videos with their fans jumping through tables. Like, can you imagine Gronk before a game and just coming out there, jumping on the table, or after a big win? I think it's made for Buffalo. Like, it's just made for Buffalo. But when it comes to the football side of things, you hit the nail on the head as being a partner for Dawson Knox, because Knox is sort of just more of a passing option. I think he's a serviceable run blocker, but you don't want to waste a lot of Dawson Knox reps with him blocking the run game or being kind of an outlet. You want him to be an aggressive down the field passing target. So I think Rob Gronkowski can come in, take some of those blocking reps, some of those goal line plays, and be a good red zone target and kind of a situational player. And just like I said, just give him a few key plays a game to kind of push them over the top in some of those key matchups.
I think it's a great fit, and I think it's a really good option for the Buffalo Bills, who seem very, very primed to go on a big run. Great defense, great offense, a lot of explosiveness out there. I think Gronk returning home maybe can be around family more, shows girlfriend around, or girlfriend and wife, I can't remember which one it was, around the old haunts of New York, show him what it's all about. I think this is a match made in heaven, and I don't see Gronk wanting to stay with the Bucs anymore, because the one thing that he was staying there for, Brady, is no longer around.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And how fun would it be to see Gronk play the Patriots twice a year?
That would be
Going,
pretty
going to
exciting.
Foxborough, that would be just awesome. I almost feel bad for Patriots fans, but then I realize, they're Patriots fans, so can't feel too bad.